Two toddlers, one superstar baby sister, and the world's most stylish parents, yet even in Rihanna's home, sibling rivalry is very, very real. In this video, we're diving deep into how Rihanna and AP Rocky are navigating life as parents of three, especially helping their young sons bond with their newborn daughter, Rocky. You'll discover a surprisingly emotional moment, a powerful lesson Rihanna borrowed from her own childhood, and why their parenting style may reshape how celebrity families raise kids in the spotlight. It's one of the quietest emotional shifts a toddler can face, going from the center of the universe to sharing orbit with someone brand new. For RZA, Rihanna's firstborn, the arrival of Baby Rocki meant more than just diapers and visitors. It meant fewer uninterrupted snuggles, new rules, and watching his role in the family quietly evolve. Rihanna understood this was more than just sibling adjustment, it was identity recalibration. Instead of forcing maturity, she doubled down on his role as her first love. She kissed him more, held him longer, and whispered reminders of how special he still was even when the room was filled with baby cries. AP Rocky built his brand on charisma, swagger, and being unapologetically bold, but when it comes to parenting, he's showing a softer, more intentional side. With two sons under 3 and a newborn daughter, he swapped tour buses for toddler tantrums. What stands out most? The way he lets RZA and Riot lead. Whether it's letting RZA show him how to swaddle a toy doll, or pretending not to know where the diapers are until one of the boys rescues him, Rocky creates emotional space for their voices. He's not performing for fans anymore, he's performing for trust. Naming your child is always symbolic, but for Rihanna and Rocky, naming their daughter Rocky had layers. It mirrored AP Rocky's own stage name, instantly rooting her identity in the family legacy. But almost immediately, a ripple effect followed. Riot, their second son, reportedly became more possessive, clinging to toys and protesting bedtime routines. Names carry weight, especially when a child sees theirs as less celebrated or unique. So the parents leaned into storytelling. Each child's name became a superpower, a symbol of strength. The goal wasn't just harmony. It was helping each child feel their story mattered. Imagine two toddlers yelling different songs while one insists on wearing socks on his hands, and now add a newborn. That's the Rihanna household on any given Tuesday. But instead of trying to suppress the chaos, Rihanna leans into it. She doesn't treat noise and mess as problems to be solved. She treats them like languages to be translated. She's known to redirect tantrums into treasure hunts, or turn spilled cereal into storytelling games. The result isn't silence, but it is connection. In this house, emotional outbursts aren't corrected with cold logic. They're channeled into something that builds trust. Comparison is the invisible spark that lights sibling rivalry, and Rihanna wants no part of it. From the beginning, she banned even the lightest jokes comparing her kids. No, he walked faster, or she sleeps longer. She knows the long game. Those comments can calcify into deep resentment. Instead, she celebrates individuality. Her sons are encouraged to root for each other, not race each other. Even compliments are personalized. RZA might be praised for his leadership, Riot for his creativity. Rocky, though still a baby, is introduced as our calm, not the good one. In this house, individuality gets the mic. In a house full of kids, carving out attention becomes strategy, not luck. AP Rocky's solution: mirror ours. It's not about quantity of time, it's about quality that reflects each kid's current stage. On RZA's day, that might mean a mini dance party and pretend interviews. Riot's time may involve bug hunts in the backyard. Rocky gets slow rocking and lullabies during nap windows. Each moment is fully present, phone off, eyes locked. This isn't just about keeping peace, it's about building trust bank accounts. Because when children feel fully seen, even for 10 minutes, it echoes louder than 100 distracted hours. Rihanna didn't grow up surrounded by nannies and fame. In Barbados, her upbringing was rooted in strong maternal energy, especially from her mother, Monica. That influence shows up constantly in her parenting today. Monica had a rule: let them talk even if it's nonsense. Rihanna follows that. Her kids are allowed to rant, ramble, and repeat themselves. No rushed corrections. No minimizing their feelings. She believes processing emotion out loud is a skill, not a flaw. And she's teaching her sons, especially now with a new baby sister, that feeling big things is okay. Because her childhood taught her what silence can cost. In Rihanna's home, even the smallest kids have jobs and they love them. RZA might be in charge of handing over wipes. Riot gets to pick lullabies from a playlist. These aren't chores, they're invitations. When a toddler gets to help, it activates pride, not pressure. It also makes the baby less of a disruption and more of a team project. The tasks rotate weekly and are sometimes purely symbolic, but the boys don't care. What they see is inclusion. What they feel is usefulness. There's no bigger confidence booster for a child than hearing, "We couldn't have done it without you." Shortly after Rocky came home, Riot, usually the more independent one, started acting out in ways he hadn't in months. He began waking up at night again, refusing foods he once loved, and even tossed his favorite stuffed animal into the bathtub. These weren't random behaviors. They were signals. Experts call this regression a normal, though frustrating, response to major change. Rihanna didn't scold. She sat with him, mirrored his feelings, and even read books about big brothers feeling small again. Rocky reportedly started babying him playfully at times, helping Riot feel safe to express his shift. They weren't trying to fix him, just understand him. Every Sunday afternoon, once the noise dies down and naps are over, the family gathers for a ritual they call Sunday Circle. No screens. No interruptions. Just each member, yes, even the toddlers taking turns sharing three things. Something that made them laugh, something that made them sad, and one thing they love about another sibling. At first, the toddlers gave answers like grapes or blocks. But week by week, their emotional vocabulary grew. Rocky, though too young to speak, is included. Her turn is often just a cuddle passed around the circle. This ritual didn't go viral. It went deep. It's easy to imagine celebrity parenting as all red carpets and photo ops, but Rihanna and AP Rocky have guarded certain parts of their parenting life with quiet devotion. One crew member from a Rocky video shoot recalled how he halted filming to FaceTime RZA and Riot for their bedtime routine, storybook and all. Another insider mentioned that Rihanna once canceled an interview because one of the boys had a fever, even though it meant skipping a major press day. They don't broadcast those decisions. They live them. It's the stuff fans never see that builds the foundation they rely on. After Rocky's birth, instead of new toys or matching outfits, each sibling was encouraged to create something for her, something handmade. RZA gave a drawing of a rocket ship. Riot, a song made up on the spot with banging pots. These became more than sentimental gestures. Rihanna laminated the art, saved the audio, and placed them in a small keepsake box labeled "From Your Brothers." The idea wasn't about perfection. It was about establishing a relationship. Rocky will grow up seeing her brothers as creators, not competitors. And her earliest sense of belonging will include their voices, not just their faces. In the corner of the playroom sits a simple mason jar with a bright green lid. Next to it, a small basket of crayons and folded paper. This is the jealousy jar, and it's one of the family's most unusual traditions. Whenever one of the boys feels left out, frustrated, or even just unsure, they can drop a drawing or scribbled note into the jar. Once a week, usually during Sunday Circle, they open it together. No reactions, no fixing, just reading and listening. The first time, RZA dropped in a stick figure drawing labeled "I Miss Mama Lap." It stayed up on the fridge for a month. Rihanna and AP Rocky are known for keeping things private, so when they decided to go public with Rocky's birth, fans were surprised. But behind the scenes, it was a carefully chosen move. The reveal wasn't just about the media. It was about inviting RZA and Riot into the moment. The boys helped pick the announcement photo. RZA chose the background music for the short video clip. For them, it wasn't a press release, it was a family celebration. And because it happened in front of the world, it added a sense of shared pride that the boys could carry forward. In a home full of moving parts and tiny voices, mealtime has become more than just eating, it's grounding. Rihanna insists on shared meals, even when busy schedules threaten to splinter the day. And there's a twist. Every dinner includes one new item chosen by the kids. It might be a vegetable, a spice, or a dish from another culture. During these meals, they don't just talk about taste, they talk about their day, their moods, their silly moments. It's structured but playful. One night, RZA compared broccoli to a dinosaur tree, and it sparked a 20-minute story session over dessert. Rocky can't speak yet, but the conversations have already started. Rihanna introduced baby sign language early, not just for communication, but to involve her sons in her development. Every morning they practice a few signs together: milk, more, sleep, and love. The boys don't always get it right, but they love the game. Riot once accidentally signed banana when trying to say mama, and everyone laughed. These moments aren't about speed, they're about connection. It's not just helping Rocky learn. It's giving the brothers a shared secret language, one they'll remember long after they've stopped using their hands to say it. The fights are quick and loud: who had the dinosaur first, who touched the sippy cup, who got to close the door. In most homes, these moments get shut down fast, but Rihanna doesn't referee unless absolutely necessary. Instead, she observes, waits, and only steps in to ask clarifying questions like, "What happened?" or "What do you think we can do now?" Her goal isn't to stop the conflict, it's to teach the boys how to handle it. AP Rocky will sometimes crouch down eye level and ask them to figure it out like team captains. It's not peacekeeping, it's training. Rihanna has said more than once that her dream isn't just to raise good kids, it's to raise kids who stay close into adulthood. That's the long game. She often talks to RZA and Riot about what it means to be a home base, for each other, someone you can always return to, even when the world feels messy. Sometimes that looks like shared jokes. Sometimes it's brushing hair or sitting in silence. It's not one big lesson. It's thousands of tiny ones layered daily. Rocky might be the baby now, but the foundation they're building, that's meant to last decades. In a world where fame magnifies every parenting moment, Rihanna and AP Rocky are choosing something far more meaningful than perfection. They're choosing presence. From Sunday rituals to bedtime FaceTimes, from baby sign language to jealousy jars, every choice they make tells the same quiet story: connection before control. And maybe in their home, what's being raised isn't just siblings, it's a legacy of love that starts early and lasts long. If stories like this shift your perspective, stay tuned. Next week, we're breaking down how another famous family's parenting style flipped overnight, and what it revealed behind the smiles.